You know, I think it's very telling that Yokeup is still insisting on badgering you. And I realize that you wanting to communicate and discuss other ideas with people, on some level you want that to happen, and I get that. But my feelings are a little hurt just because I feel like I reached out to him. Maybe I'm meaner. Um, I don't know, but I'm a little hurt. Um, Maybe it's because I can never manage to be on Stickum when other people are, when you are. I'm not nearly as much of a computer person as some other people. I do this once or twice a week, and but I'm not plugged in, I guess, as much as other people. I'm working on it though, because I really would like to catch up with you on Stickum and catch up with Yokup. But I suspect he won't talk to me there either. It wouldn't be so bad, but normally I enjoy being proven right. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Um, this whole fast thing, I caught on to this. I noticed this from him about day 20 or 21, and I'm not sure what day he's on now. Um, People like Yokup will use every excuse to do two things. One, to prove that they're better, and two, to prove that they're being persecuted. Okay? So, I don't know, was doing his fast or whatever, and you can go for a long time. Like, you can go, I think, 3 weeks. Um, yeah, 3 weeks without solid food. I think I read that somewhere. Water, it's like 3 days and you're dead, but solid food we can actually go without. And it doesn't surprise me that he's doing this, because fasting is something that comes well out of the Christian tradition, as you know. And it wouldn't surprise me if he was also being a hypocrite and a liar, because I think that is fundamentally who he is. And I've tried talking to him. I've tried to get him to exchange ideas. He is unwilling to exchange ideas. So rather than talk to him, I'm going to start talking at him, because that's the only thing that he notices. As you can tell, Bella, my patience is much, much thinner than yours. Um, Coffee. I prefer Americano. I have an espresso machine, a little cheap one, and I prefer really strong coffee. Oh, it's like 1 o'clock here, and I shouldn't be drinking coffee, but I am. Here's the thing. If you engage him by his rules, you are allowing him to control the game. And so then he can, and to some level, choose the outcome. Um, I have nothing against fasting. I think it can be very useful. I've never tried it, mostly because, well, I'm sort of a victim of my habits, but I enjoy my habits so much. I like pizza. Not every day. I also like sushi. Not every day. But but I can see it being a beneficial, detoxifier, cleansing. I can see those things, and I can see also where if you don't eat for a long enough period of time, you start to think silly things. Here's the thing. Here's my theory. I don't think this fasting thing is anything new with him. I mean, he doesn't look much thinner to me. He's a big old fat fucker like I am. But I don't think it's anything new. I think that maybe he in the process of trying to overcome his gayness, uh, his homosexuality. Sorry, I don't want to be too disparaging. His homosexuality. Um, that he did a fast and a prayer, and that he probably felt something like, I don't know, starvation, and mistook that for God. Would not be the first one for that to happen to. It won't be the last. So, I don't know. I don't know how anybody could think that you're not sincere. But I think mostly that's probably them reflecting themselves back at you. Most people who I would assume who would accuse you of being insincere or lacking conviction or lacking any kind of support or whatever, are people who are themselves hypocritical, who are themselves insincere. And if yokeup is throwing those kind of things at you, I would suspect. Well, I don't suspect because I think I'm fairly certain, and saying that he is a hypocrite. Um, he likes to. Christianity is a good way for him to feel like a man. He can subjugate his wife, and he can say, "Well, God and me defeated her gayness, her homosexuality, her lesbianism. Sorry, whatever," and that will make him feel better about himself and his failings, and the fact that he probably has had a shitty life. You know, but that somehow makes up for it all because he and God, or God through him, or whatever terminology he happens to use. Um, I guess I have 2 points. I'm kind of meandering here. 2 points. One, if you really, really, really have to, if you want to prove that he's a hypocrite by fasting, um, please don't. There are much more effective ways and less harmful ways to prove that he's a hypocrite. His words, for example, demonstrate that he's a hypocrite and a liar. Also, emo videos. I don't think of myself as emo. Generally, I think I did one response to like the whole emo strain because I was in a weird mood that day. But generally, well, I'm kind of an asshole, and kind of, and as I age, I find that rather than holding back and being, all deep and broody, which is, I guess, my nature as a writer, I'm also developing this tendency to where I just sort of say what I'm thinking, and usually what I think other people are thinking as well, but don't have the balls to say. So if emo videos, they want to come on, and I think honesty is important, but there's always going to be people who are fuckheads. The world is full of fuckheads. As I age, and I'm not by any means old, I'm 35, but as I age, I find that there are way more of them fuckheads than there are of us intelligent, thoughtful, introspective people. So that's all I got. And I'm going to respond to yokeup again, just because it's so much fun. I don't know that I have your patience, and I don't know that I actually expect anything in return. But at this point, it's kind of like poking the dead body with a stick to see what it'll do. That's kind of what I'm doing with yokeup now. This is biological dissection, and I hated biology in high school. I didn't want to dissect the fetal pig, but I feel like that's what I'm doing. So yokeup is the fetal pig, and I'm going to be a scalpel. Because, honestly, if I can't have a conversation with him, then that means that he clearly doesn't care what I have to say, so I can say whatever I want. But that doesn't mean that I can't make, at this point, I feel like I should go out of my way to make his life as uncomfortable as possible, which is really difficult to do, and I probably won't pull it off. But it's a goal. Because if I'm going to be accused of being an asshole, if I'm going to be accused of being a megalomaniac, if I'm going to be accused of looking for the negatives in what people are doing, then at least I'm going to do it well. So, Bella, cheers. Drink some coffee. Try black. It's much easier not to have to worry about sugar or salt. Just drink it black. It's my solution. This is Mick. Hope you're doing well. I'll catch you on Stickum one of these days. Maybe. I gotta go back and write. Take it easy. Bye.